Welcome to another Buy, Bar, or... What are you doing?
I'm just writing your name on my chest.
What? That's continuity. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's time for another Buy, Bar, Pass video. It's our simple rating system where we tell you either to buy the bottle, drink it at a bar, or just don't even waste your time and effort on it.
He did really good that take.
I did.
The 5 before that,
Not so good.
you touched my butt.
Didn't do that.
You did.
Nope.
You wanted to.
Nope.
I've
You
got-
have no butt, my friend.
I've got a back with a hole in it.
That's what I've heard. Decadent.
So, Will, I'm stoked about this daggone bottle
Yeah.
because it's a new bottle.
Yeah.
They're friends.
They are friends. So this is something I've been excited about ever since we heard that it was coming down the pike. So our buddy,
I thought it was the pipe. Like at the bank.
well, I was thinking like pike, like a road.
But it could come down the pipe, too. Like the pipeline.
This is one where I'm not certain who's right, and this is a very rare instance. Very rare instance, my friends.
Mwah!
So we were really excited about this when we heard that it was happening. And so I actually got a phone call from our buddy Heath Clark from H. Clark Distillery in Thompson Station, Tennessee.
Who was responsible of bringing a distillery into Williamson County for the first time since Prohibition. We've done a show on it.
Actually, bigger than that, he helped write the legislation where it opened up kind of the floodgates for distilleries in Tennessee, where we don't have to get into all the specifics. We have a podcast episode about it. You can go listen to it. We're going to have Heath on again to talk about this. But essentially, after Prohibition, there weren't a lot of counties that allowed manufacturing of spirits, and he helped write a law that fixed the glitch in the matrix, essentially, to allow more distilleries to come about. And now he is partnered with Jeff Arnett and Kevin Clayton, and they've launched a new distillery called Company Distilling.
Yeah.
And Jeff Arnett is the former master distiller of Jack Daniels. He was on our podcast back when he was with Jack Daniels. He left and said something new is coming, and this is it. This is Company Distilling. This is a bourbon that is their first product that they've released. They're building a whole facility in East Tennessee that's going to be great.
Age stated minimum of 3 years.
So we got a 3-year age-stated whiskey.
Now they're brand new.
Brand new. It also says Company Distilling, Columbus, Ohio. So this is going to be a sourced product because it is, obviously they just announced they haven't had time to put their own product out, but I'm having trouble with this plastic.
Wow.
This is a straight bourbon whiskey finished with maple wood. So I'm really interested what it's going to taste like. I'm already thinking of like the charcoal maple filtering that Jeff Arnett is obviously going to be very familiar with from his days at Jack Daniels.
I've heard that they're also going to be doing some experimentation with the
Chars,
with the
barrels,
rivets,
grooves
in the barrels, like they do with the Sinatra blend down there at Jack Daniel. Really? Okay. Give it. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. On the nose, it smells like Buffalo Trace to me.
That's interesting that you think that.
Why?
So we're looking at a 90 proof straight bourbon finished with maple wood. Now, I'm curious what that means, finished with maple wood. Is that like a charcoal filtering, or is it like staves that are maple? There's not a ton of information about what that
very
is.
pleasant nose that I'll be honest with you, I'm very surprised this is from Ohio.
Well, that also could just be where like maybe it's incorporated right now. Because it says produced and bottled by Company Distilling, Columbus, Ohio.
All right, here we go.
It does not taste like a 3-year whiskey.
Ooh. That is a
it's really good.
That is a long finish.
Yeah. 3 year.
That is a multi-level complex finish. The palate, I don't...
Salivating.
Yeah, the palate kind of comes and goes quicker
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
What?
Jack Daniel's Single Barrel.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to need your man hands. All right. Okay, number one, color does not match.
Well, this is an 80 proof whiskey.
I don't think you're going to agree with yourself.
That what? I didn't say it tasted like Gentleman Jack. I said it tasted like Jack Daniel's Single Barrel.
Okay.
So let me read the tasting notes for you. It says, it opens with sweet notes of caramel and cinnamon toast, paired with green apple, and finishes with a silky blend of oak and maple. The straight bourbon whiskey is fully matured in oak barrels and finished with maple wood to produce a sip like no other.
That's a yellow delicious apple. That's not a green apple.
Can I read you this quote from Jeff Arnett? Says, this is a spirit we've had in the back of our minds for years. Approachable complexity is what we've been going for, something that a novice or a seasoned palate can appreciate. It's taken some time to get it right, but I couldn't be happier with where we've landed.
Okay. Approachable complexity is literally the two greatest words that describe this.
Yeah. No, 100%.
It's low proof, but like I
mean,
said,
90 proof. It's a standard proof.
Yeah, okay. It's not like
90 proof is not. I don't think you can call that low proof. Standard proof.
It's lower.
Low. I mean, that's like saying it's colder outside. Yeah, but then what baseline? You're picking an arbitrary baseline. 90 proof to 100 proof is standard proof. I can't hear anything because you're playing the bass.
I've got it in my headphones.
Never hear those bass lines. The bass player sucks. I think approachable complexity is a really interesting way to put it because
it's perfect.
Also, the whole concept is to drink it with people, company, and if you have approachable complexity, that means you can have it for a new drinker and a seasoned drinker alike. And I really think that that's good.
I love that you're going back to the brand. I agree.
It's a fresh crack, and
it's
I'm a buy.
It's a cool looking brand. It's a cool looking bottle, whatever. I don't really care. I think the whiskey in it is good.
Yeah.
I think you've got two very talented and established people that are heading this thing up. I don't think it can fail. I really don't.
I'm excited about it.
I think it's going to be great.
I'm always skeptical with something like this, right? That's just how I am. I'm like, is it going to be okay? Yeah. Whatever. I'm a buy on this personally. I mean, I think that I'm going to share this with people and see what they think, see if they enjoy it like I do, and we can talk about it. There's enough unique flavor there that it's going to be something different that people haven't had. Mm-hmm. It's going to shock seasoned bourbon drinkers when you say this is 3-year age statement.
I don't disagree. I am going to say this. This is definitely not a pass.
No.
It's not a pass. The finish is too freaking great to be a pass. I'm going to say a bar because I do think that while the finish is great and complex, it might not be for everybody. I love it. I think it's great. I don't really get the green apple side because I envision like green apples like sourness or whatever to that. It's a little bit more sweet and bright. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great pour. For our people watching, I'm a buy at 55, but I also have some skin in the game because I like Heath.
Sure.
We've had Jeff on with drinking with and stuff in the past. That was before he left Jack Daniel's.
We like the people behind the brand, and that's always going to give us a personal bias for something.
I agree with that.
But I will say...
this is a bar for me.
I was afraid of doing it untested. It was a fresh crack.
It was a fresh crack.
And I was like, I don't want to be honest and say I don't like something if I don't like it. But it exceeded my expectations of something like this. A lot of times, also, things like this that are initial products are going to be a little bit more expensive. I feel like a $55 price point is actually a really fair pricing for something like this, an initial thing when they're trying to get capital, they're trying to build. So I'm a buy, and I think that your bar is very well received.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that rating.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be like, "There's no way on God's green earth I'm paying $55 for a 3-year age-stated whiskey." I'm telling you right now,
It honestly shows you that age
they're doing
isn't
great.
everything. Yeah,
it does.
It's a unique pour.
It's blowing my mind.
I'm a fan of it.
It's lower proof.
It has enough
It's lower
Tennessee
age.
influence. It has enough Tennessee influence to meet you with the Jeff Arnett, Heath Clark names that are in that. Like, those are Tennessee guys, right? And so the fact that
I would say
they said it's a bourbon, but they didn't say Tennessee whiskey, it speaks a lot that they, like what they're going for. But also, there's enough Tennessee influence that I really like. When we have a 3-tier rating system, it's hard to distinguish. Like, if we were 0 to 100, right?
Oh,
you
right.
could say like, it's 75. I really like it, but it's not like 100, right?
Right.
But it's hard because you're going from buy a bottle to try it, and you feel bad about that because you really like it. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That means you should try this. There's a really good chance you're going to like it. But I understand your nuance of saying don't rush out necessarily and buy it. I'm the other. I think it's really good. I think people are going to like it and it's going to do well. So that's why I'm a buy. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching another Buy, Bar, or Pass review. If you aren't a subscriber to this channel, we'd appreciate it if you go ahead and do that. Ring the bell so you get notifications. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Check out our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And support us at patreon.com/thepodcast.
Jeff and Heath, special thanks to you guys.
Awesome. Can't wait to have you on the show.
Putting yourself out there, making an incredible whiskey. It's really great.
Greeze calls it incredible and rates it a bar. Suspect.